It's the start of a process aimed at bringing an end to what's being called the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today. The UN-brokered Yemen talks being held in Sweden were given a jump start with a deal to exchange thousands of prisoners between the Yemeni government and Houthi rebels.
We're now here. That's an achievement, but it's by no means enough. It is an achievement because it's difficult to get parties who are warring in a very, very hot war in Yemen to sit down opposite each other, as we have just seen them do. We have ambitions to discuss with them the outlines of what might constitute an eventual settlement.
On the agenda are a number of objectives, including the reopening of the international airport in the Yemeni capital, Sana'a, easing the Houthi siege on the city of Taiz, some 200 kilometers south of Sana'a, and shoring up Yemen's central bank. As the economy is floundering, prices have soared as the Yemeni rial has plummeted. It's part of the reason millions of people are being pushed to the brink of starvation. And that's why a ceasefire in the Red Sea port of Hodeidah is critical. 70% of all imported goods enter the country there, including vital humanitarian aid.
If you read the report by the UNHCR, you will know who is delaying the delivery of humanitarian aid, and that the bureaucratic process imposed by the coalition in Hodeidah port is the reason ships and aid is delayed.
We say the city should be controlled by a police force from Hodeidah's sons and not the Houthis. We can't accept or legitimize, just like no one can legitimize Daesh's presence in Mosul. We can't legitimize the presence of the Houthi in Hodeidah and in the rest of Yemen.
The Houthis have said they're willing to hand over the port to the UN, but only if the Saudi-UAE coalition halts its airstrikes. Whether the UN decides to extend the talks will depend on how much progress is made. Reports say the sides have tentatively agreed to a second round in January. This first face-to-face meeting provides some hope to 20 million Yemenis in need of urgent assistance. But it comes too late for as many as 85,000 children who've died of hunger since the war began 4 years ago. And as previous rounds of peace talks have failed, this one may be the last chance to keep the country from descending into complete collapse. Randolph Nogel, The Newsmakers.